I enjoy being fun-employed.
What did you call it?
It's like unemployed, but fun-employed.
Being a lazy moocher of your parents.
I'm a girl. Like, that stuff shouldn't matter. I've been through so much to get to the point.
Oh, let's hear about it.
I was literally raised in this neighborhood where everybody was wealthy. Everybody had like daddy's money. I did not have a private jet growing up.
Oh, I grew up in a house with money.
No.
You've grew up in privilege beyond privilege. It's only the people who speak like you that grew up in a world where you've never had to do a single thing in your life.
Hi, my name is Grace. I am 24 years old. I live in Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
All right, this is going to be an interesting situation. We haven't seen someone in a situation like, it's a unique, a lot of dependence happening here. And that's going to be very curious to dive through, and I'm excited. It's a different story than normal. So what do you, 24 years old, here, same town, Austin, Texas, do for a living? That pause. Well, why was there a pause?
I always dislike this question.
You dislike the what do you do for a living
it's just
question?
So like I'll be on dates and stuff like that, and they'll be like, "What do you do for a living?" Like,
well, they're looking for a partner, unless they're looking just for a quick bang.
But like, I'm a girl. Like, that stuff shouldn't matter.
What should matter?
Well, I mean, like, I'm the prize, and like the guy is the one where you should really care about like their like living situation.
You want to be a trad wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so. I guess if it means that, yeah, I guess so.
Well, is that what you want to be? You want to not work? You want to stay at home?
Honestly.
Or do you want to work? Or
I don't even know. I'm like still figuring that out right now. Because,
you hate that question though?
Yeah.
Like, because it shows what kind of person you are.
No, because I have no clue what I want to do with my life. That's the thing. Like,
well, why don't you say that? You can say that.
Yeah, then I guess that's true. But yeah, I want to find something that I'm actually passionate about doing, not just like something boring like tech or finance.
Well,
like all these.
But they're saying, what are you doing for a living? You can be.
So I'm still figuring things out right now, and I'm probably gonna get another job either in retail or in the service industry, while I apply to an internship program that I've been looking at. And but at the same time, I would like to take more control of my finances, since right now I feel like my finances aren't really my finances. They're for the longest time, I feel like my parents have been giving me too much cushion.
Too much cushion?
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you call them? Hey, no more cushion, please.
Since I'm currently unemployed, technically. Yeah,
that's
technically.
The answer?
I
what
just
is
finished
technically?
I just finished an internship, and I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do right now. I'll probably end up doing like another like temp or internship job, just because I'm trying to like get some experience, you know?
Okay, you're 24. What have you been doing since 18?
Honestly, I'm a late bloomer. I have autism, but I need to stop making excuses. I need to stop using the autism as a crutch.
Because a lot of people with autism make a living and live life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, no, I need to stop using that as like a crutch and like actually take control of my finances.
Trust me, autism flows through this office like a hurricane. So,
yeah.
But they'll work.
Yeah, no, I need to like get my ish together and start
Ish?
like, yeah.
Is that Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the internship? What was the internship?
Okay, so I was working at a tech company doing program management. And
okay, well, that's what you just ranted about, being against, but okay.
I'm not necessarily against it. Like, I mean, I loved my boss and I loved everybody I worked with. I loved the company. It's just like
they didn't love you enough to hire you for a full-time job after the internship, sounds like.
It's just a hard conversation, you know, because I've just been really like struggling in what I want to do.
Struggling how?
And, like,
and what you want to do?
Yeah, and at the same time, though, I do.
They refuse to let you pay your own bills.
They want me to pay my own bills, and we even have arguments about it a lot.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like you're trying to convince them that they're giving you too much fluff.
Yeah, no, they already know that they're giving me too much.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Yeah, no, I definitely need to like start like paying my own bills, like my own like car payments.
Why aren't you? You're 24. When did you finish college with a psychology degree?
I finished college actually last year.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was held back, so.
No, that's fine. So a year. How long were you in this internship?
I was in the internship from about March to August, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, again, I would like to say, like, I had like the most amazing boss ever. She was such a great mentor to me, but I just ultimately decided that it wasn't for me.
You
and
decided.
Well, it was.
Are you applying to jobs right now?
I have been. Yes, I have been applying to jobs. But then at the same time, it's kind of.
But then at the same time,
I have to admit, I enjoy being fun employed. I like getting up and going.
What did you call it?
Fun employed. I call it fun employed because I get to just do whatever I want to do. Like, I wish that running,
the word
singing.
Ployed isn't a part of that, though. You're not ployed to anything.
It's not like it's like unemployed, but fun employed.
Yeah, being a lazy moocher of your parents. That's what I would call it.
Well, I mean, I know some friends and stuff that just like film videos of themselves just like casually doing stuff and like.
Yes.
So like.
How do they pay for it? With a job they have?
Well, it's not really like a job if you're just like streaming yourself doing stuff.
Well, they're getting paid for that.
Pay them to do it, yeah.
You're not getting paid for that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
So I don't give a I'm getting paid for this, but I worked a full-time job until I could pay myself with this. You don't just not work, live off of mommy and daddy, acquire no skills or independence, and just be a lazy your entire life and hope that people follow you because you're young and pretty with blonde hair. Like, that's not how life works. For some, there might be some lucky things. Maybe you'll get lucky and say Hawk 2, and then all of a sudden.
No, that's what I was hoping. There's been so many instances where like I'm on 6th Street and I'm hoping to get in one of those like street interviews so I can go viral.
There's like 50,000 street interviewers on any given night. She just got lucky. You're basing your entire life off of Hawk 2?
Not exactly. I just want to get viral doing something. And so I can like start selling merch and start making it into my brand. And actually use it to funnel into my other
merch?
businesses.
What would your merch be based on?
I don't know.
Unemployed bitch who mooches off of parents. Buy my shirt. That's more catchy than Hawk 2.
Yeah, no, my poor parents though. Like I apologize.
Poor out of all the mooching you're doing, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is your financial situation, please? We're about to go through some documents, but what is this?
Well, I mean, my internship, the last internship I had was a paid internship. So I pay my utility bills. I pay for like some of my food. I pay for some of my nights out.
What, you just pay you don't pay your rent? You pay just your utilities? You were bragging about just paying your utilities?
Well, yeah, that's part of the reason why I came on the show. Yeah,
that's why everyone comes on the show.
Oh, God. Yeah, I just gotta admit, I live in downtown Austin. I don't pay rent. I'm like one of those like spoiled rich kids that doesn't pay rent.
What do your parents do for a living?
I love my parents so much.
It's a great answer. What do they do for a living?
They were both lawyers.
They're retired?
My dad's retired, yes.
Okay. Mom's dead?
No, she's still alive.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're both like.
Do you get like an allowance, or how does this work?
Well, I mean, where I'm staying is technically like
no offense,
their place.
We talked about dating. Well, what do you put on your Hinge profile for a job? Like when people ask you, I see why you were triggered at the beginning in terms of what do you do for a living? The easiest first question I could ever ask on this entire show. And I see why you were triggered. Mm-hmm. Because you're just a spoiled brat. So like every time you go on a date and we're talking about how they're actually making progress in life and being productive members of society, they want to see what you're like. And you're like, I mooch off of my retired parents because I want to get TikTok famous. Also, you're not going to get TikTok famous from this show, so I hope you're not thinking that.
Yeah.
They won't be able to find you. Your name's fake.
Yeah.
And I'm bleeping that.
No, I know. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's why I'm trying. I'm a recovering spoiled brat.
Not recovering. You're still being a spoiled brat. It's like saying I'm a recovering alcoholic after downing like 50 cans of beer that day. What are you talking about? You don't have a job. What is applying to?
I've been through so much to get to the point.
Oh, let's hear about it. Let's hear. What have you been through? What has poor widow you been through?
Well, I grew up with a disability, but like
What?
at the same time,
What?
it was autism, but it was really bad. It was really hard. And I was like bullied all throughout growing up. I was like held back. I'm reaching my developmental milestones now.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't until like college and stuff where I started to get my first kiss, all that stuff. Like, normal people would like go through that in high school. I went through that college in my 20s. I didn't have a single sip of alcohol until I was like 22.
Well, that's fine. What is that? The alcohol and the kiss matter. But like, I guess if
know,
you were
but, like,
bullied, I get that. That's sad.
Yeah,
Obviously, that
I was literally
sucks.
called like Miss Piggy in middle school for being overweight. So take that, middle school bullies.
Take what?
They can't take anything away from me because I don't have a job. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's mean.
I have nothing to lose.
Usually when people say I've been through so much, there's like a lot of really bad things. I'm not saying that being called Miss Piggy isn't bad. That's really mean. Oh, people get teased all the time. I was really thinking when you're saying all this is this because I've been through a lot, that's like a death and abuse. There's just, I don't want to downplay.
I have been through some stuff, but
Okay.
like I can't talk about it on this show.
Then why the fuck are you on the show?
Just to like get a handle on some of my bad spending habits, honestly, and just to get some like tough love like I am right now.
Yeah, honestly, you're not going to get in control of any of your spending habits until it's your own money. You have no respect for money. Why would you? You just get it all from your parents. You have no respect for your money.
Part of me kind of wishes.
What is the balance on this credit card? Because I don't have it, because we asked for a statement 15 times and you somehow couldn't pull one. Yeah, blow at me some more. I love air on my face.
I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, technically, it's not my credit card. It's like my joint credit card with like my mom. The only thing that I'm in charge of is my debit card. It's a companion card.
Okay. So why is she on this with you, though?
Because she's trying to help me build good credit.
What is
because she just knows.
Do you remember the question?
She just knows if I had my own credit card that I would be in like massive amounts of debt.
Not gonna make it to this one. Do you remember the question that I asked by chance?
Why couldn't you guys?
Oh my gosh, no! I asked you what the balance was on this credit card.
I'm not sure what the balance is.
Okay, do you have the app?
Yes.
Turn on your phone. Go get it if you need to.
Okay.
I need to know the balance. We're trying to get your finances in order, and you literally don't have a balance of one of the few documents that you have. What in the world would you think I can do with that? When we asked you to pull a statement 100 times and you couldn't pull it once. A statement, the easiest thing in the world to get. Oh my gosh. Me.
I do have a credit score though.
Oh, you have a credit score.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good credit
I'm
score.
so excited. If someone relies on your income, you've got to think ahead. What would happen if something happened to you tomorrow and you couldn't provide for your loved ones? That's why I'm happy to tell you about the sponsor of today's episode, Fabric by Gerber Life. Fabric offers term life insurance that's fast, easy, and affordable. You could apply in just 10 minutes right from your couch. And you could even be approved instantly without a health exam. Even if you've got life insurance through work, it may not be enough. Plus, that coverage often doesn't follow you if you switch jobs. And when people depend on your income, that could be a problem. Fabric has flexible policies that fit your budget, like up to $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. And let's be honest, you're probably already spending $1 a day on things you definitely don't need. So you can feel confident that taking this step today is a step toward providing for your family later. Another reason to be confident, Fabric has partnered with Gerber Life and is backed by Western Southern Life Assurance Company. Names trusted for over a century, and they have over 1,900 5-star reviews with a rating of excellent right on Trustpilot. So you can trust these guys. And it's not just about insurance. They even offer free digital wills, investment tools, and more to help you invest in and plan for your family's financial future. And you can manage it all right from your phone. So don't wait. Protect the ones that depend on you and secure their financial future today. Head to meetfabric.com/Caleb to apply. That's meetfabric.com/Caleb. Thank you to Fabric for sponsoring today's episode. Now let's jump back into the video.
All right, wait for it to
Guys, I have arms and legs.
Sorry, it's just loading. But yeah, honestly, like, I just want to be like a stay-at-home Pilates wife. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this, jobs and me like do not get along.
I'm right here.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just like, sorry. I'm just like,
dude's been trying to film too many TikToks.
Yeah.
You don't know where to look. I'm here.
Right, okay. Yeah. No, I know.
It's a person.
Okay.
We're having a conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Where's the
Oh, good.
Annex? Okay.
Guys, if you want to be on the show, I'm not even going to try to figure out your Hammer Financial score. Get your Hammer Financial score for free. Link in the description. If you want to apply to be on the show, and please know how to pull statements if you do, go to calebhammer.com/apply. Joint credit card. See, someone like you, I would want to have like, I recommend it to everyone on the show. I'd want you to have like a charge card instead of a joint card with your mom.
Yeah,
build
no,
a
I really shouldn't. Okay.
I want you to only be able to spend on a joint on a card like the Fizz card, where you're putting your earned money on it, then you can only spend what you have on it, and that benefits your credit score. I don't trust you. You did graduate, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, surprisingly. I don't know. I
know you talk down about yourself in terms of like your abilities to do things, and I really think you're more in your own head. I get it that you have, autism flowing through the veins, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have that, and there's a lot of productive members of society. I don't want you to just count yourself out and force yourself to. Would you be able to would you be so bored being at home all day? Wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, I would run. I would go to Pilates class. I would hang out with my kids if I had any.
Okay.
This is what I would do. I would get up every morning. I would go for a run. Then I would get Juiceland or Sun Life Organics. And then I would go take my kids to school. And then
you sound like a wife I'd divorce after 5 minutes.
And then after that, I'd pick them up from school, and then I'd make some delicious dinner for my
What can you make? Okay, just get the statement.
Okay.
Pull up the credit card.
No, wait. So, is a statement like the previous activity?
Literally, just pull up the app of the credit card, and I will look.
App.
Oh my! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna screen record this.
Oh help! Oh God!
And we can blur everything.
Yeah.
That is bad. Okay.
Oh no.
You couldn't pull a statement when one of the first thing here the first thing here is statements and activities that you could have clicked on. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I'm like not the best with technology.
It's not even technology. It's just there. It's literally you open the app. Okay. So DoorDash was reimbursed, probably a perk of the card. The DoorDash subscription. What was paid towards the card? Payment activity. Let's find out. You haven't made any recent payments. What is this card? I thought it's meant to benefit your credit score, you say.
Yeah, but like I only make like some of the pay. Like I've only made like a few. I make some.
But your mom is literally on this card? Mm-hmm. So you're hurting her credit by missing payments. Stop blowing at me, please.
I'm so sorry. I'm just sighing, and it's a bad habit. But yeah, I love my parents, and I feel so bad for them.
You're like blowing.
And like that's part of the reason why I came on the show was like they've sacrificed so much for like me and my sister to have a good life.
I'm sure they have, but I think they're enabling the out of you. Look at you. Don't blow.
No, I'm not gonna blow.
Next time you blow at me.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, not the squirter.
That would be for you.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Put that on your Hinge profile.
Yeah, I'm sure that would get a lot of hits.
Hotel in London?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to London to go visit my sister there. And she studied abroad.
I don't even know what to do here, guys. This is a weird financial audit. I'm sure it's entertaining, but this is so.
I have a lot of friends who are in
when was the last time? When was the last? Okay, cool. Congratulations. That's awesome. So if your friends are in a position, that means it's okay for you to be. In what world is that okay? Well, how does that make sense?
That's why I'm here though, because I don't.
That's why everyone's here. Stop saying that.
I don't want to be just another one of those like Westlake daddy's money people.
So what have you done to fix that?
Well, for starters, I did. I don't know. I know a lot of people, this is kind of average, and a lot of people aren't proud of themselves for this, but I went to college. I graduated college, which was a big deal because growing up,
Did they pay for college?
Yes.
Okay, so again, I mean, you just went to college, you did that. Congratulations, that's great. Face ID, that's cool. But what have you done to separate yourself from the Westlake Daddy's Money girly? Because I assume basically every Westlake Daddy Money's girly probably at least goes to college. I need to write down the balance.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Oh.
It's okay. What have you actually done in behavior?
In behavior, well, I took initiative and I did find an on-campus job in college. And for the longest time, I was against that. I was just like, I was all about, well, I don't know. I just really loved my extracurriculars. I was in cross country and track, and I was also in a sorority.
You are so spoiled.
Yeah,
these are crazy statements. I love so much. I love so much. That doesn't mean that I just get to do them instead of reality. Go ahead.
I know.
Go ahead.
I'm literally so delusional. Like I want to live in this dreamland, and I'm gonna keep. Part of me wants to keep. Part of me does want to keep this up because someday I feel like I am gonna be successful enough to live this kind of lifestyle. But at the same time, if I do end up like moving on with this, especially now that I am fun employed, I'm probably gonna.
That's not a word. That is not reality. Never say that again.
A lot of my like scamfluencer friends are fun employed.
What?
I call them scamfluencers.
Okay, you say a lot of fake words. Can you speak English so we can like get through this, please?
Okay, yes. Okay, so I have some friends that are like content creators and stuff. I have some friends that are like online coaches, but then I know of a few people
online coaches. What are they coaching? How to be a dumb?
No, well, like I have a few friends that make like bank from like online fitness coaching, like life coaching and dating coaching. There are people out there who are like,
you don't coach, do you? Please tell me you don't coach.
I do. I'm getting my NASM certification.
What is that? What is that?
It's National Academy of Sports Medicine, and so that I can like train people and like give people like kind of fitness programs, nutrition programs, running programs is something I'm really passionate about because I was a college athlete.
Where?
But university. It was D3. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's running. It's like it's sad. It's like running and music are like things that I want to be my main things, but I'm really mediocre at both. And so I have to get I have to get a good. Well, I mean, I'm good at nutrition and like stuff like that. Like I'm good at I like making plans for like normal people, but like I'm saying athletic wise, like I can't really make it to the Olympics.
Why didn't you be a nutritionist throughout college?
I should have done that. In hindsight. I should have done that.
Okay, so on this card is $4,908.14 with a $575.68 minimum monthly payment. Mm-hmm. But I see no payment history. So what's happening? Like interest is probably accruing on this. There's probably penalties. Again, you didn't pull anything for us, so I don't know.
If you really want to know the truth, my parents have been paying.
No, I don't see payments. On there, I searched recent payments and it said no payments. Do you even know anything about your card? And no, the balance is only going up. So if they are making payments, they're only doing minimum monthly, and I didn't even see that. So they're not paying it off. And it's likely accruing interest, probably at 30%.
My mom's gonna probably like go on there and like log on there one day and be like, "Oh my gosh!"
Wait, she doesn't know. What is that? How about you an answer?
Well, like some of those payments.
Oh, I'm so irritated. I'm sorry if I'm being mean. Oh, this is what you're. Oh.
Yeah, it's just like me and my sister. Like whenever we go on trips, we're just kind of like girl math. Just put it on the Amex.
Girl math. Oh, you both are spoiled brats.
Not my sister.
I can tell.
My sister is one of the most hardworking people. But like I'm a spoiled brat. My family is wonderful, but yeah, they have a right to be mad at me right now. They
are.
They are, yeah. We've been in a lot of like arguments recently, over finances.
Okay, what? Tell me.
Well, they're just like really upset that I blew my chance of my internship, and like they really were hoping.
Blew your chance? Wait, you said you did it though.
I did do the internship, but they were hoping that I would get a job out of it.
Yeah.
I would get a job offer out of it.
I don't see you. Would you be able to hold down a job, a full-time job? Would you be able to legitimately? I feel like you would think you're just like entitled for a lot or something. Like, let's be honest. And I'm basing that off this conversation so far. I know there's more to learn about you than that, but
I just need to get some kind of reality check and like really like pedal to the metal. Because I was able to do school. I was able to like, I used to be kind of a type A person growing up, but I just got so burnt out, and now I'm just kind of like,
out? Your life has been the easiest life ever.
It hasn't been that easy.
You gotta give me some kind of example then. If there's context, I need context.
Well, I mean, I did grow up with a disability, but then I also like had like I'm not sure if I should keep this in the show or not, but I was a true crime victim.
What happened?
And then I had to go to like therapy for it.
What happened? What is true crime? Because that's like a
I did not mean to say, oh my gosh, did I say true crime victim? I mean, yeah, I'm a crime victim.
Oh, well, just what kind of crime? You don't have to tell me what happened, but in what sector of crime?
Sexual assault.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Not a good one. I'm really sorry that happened.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, it is, but it shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have kept it. Honestly, I shouldn't have. I've been using that as an excuse as well. Well, why I'm not like moving forward.
Well, hold on. Well, no, compared to a lot of the other things you're saying, that could actually be a thing where there could be a lot of deep-seated trauma that makes you afraid to get in situations that may have been similar to that situation, interacting with certain people. It could put you on big defense throughout the rest of your life for a while, and that takes a lot of work to get over. That's very valid. That is a very valid feeling. We shouldn't diminish that feeling.
Really? Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, trust me, I'm not going to enable bad behavior, but it is okay to say that we might have trauma from something like that and then go and get that worked on. Mm-hmm. That's okay. Again, we're not going to excuse things and,
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. Yeah. No, I need to stop making excuses for my trauma. Sometimes, or I'm just like one of those people too who just like randomly bring up like traumatic things that happened to me, like as if it's not a big deal. Like that's like something that I'm always just like, oh, it's not a big deal. But like deep down, it kind of is a big deal. And it has been.
How long ago was this?
It was like 2 years ago, but they keep drawing it out.
They keep drawing it out?
APD does. Gotta love the good old police department and criminal justice system.
I'm glad you actually reported it.
Yeah, no, like I almost didn't. Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So you've been in therapy then, working on that?
Yeah, and good. I've just been like, but like because of certain things that have happened, I have been like in this mentality of like, oh, you've been through it, like treat yourself, that kind of thing. But like I need to stop treating myself. I'm not an animal. I'm not like a pet. Like, I don't need to be giving myself, like, treats.
Well, your treats are Flower Child, Uber Eats, Mono Market, Juice Land, Uber Eats, Taco Cabana, Cafe Java. Mind you, this is someone who's bringing in $0. Apple Bill, Codependent, which isn't that like a coffee shop, restaurant type of thing? AMC, at least go to a real movie theater. Apple Bill, in-app purchases or subscriptions, DoorDash, Uber. Dude, you live in the heart of downtown and you're Uber eating up to the skyrise? Come on. European Wax Center. I know you're going on a date this weekend, so I get it. Tricon Coffee, Westwoods Liquor, Bread and Company, More Coffee, Panera Bread, Starbucks Store, Apple Bill, Turnips, Cider House, some other restaurant, Nanny Fanny's and King Arms, and Campus Stores, and Asian, and Tavern, and Apple Bill or subscription or something.
That was in London.
Oxford Brass, that makes sense. Moon and the Chemist, Cafe Nero, Quote Bar, Apple Bill. And these are big in-app purchases. What?
Sorry, just like reading it back, like I just feel like I'm such an idiot.
Flower Child, Uber Eats. Okay, that's a lot of money to spend that you literally do not have, and there is more spending in your checking accounts. Mm-hmm. You don't have money. And your parents... What?
I don't know. It's just, whenever I get nervous, I like laugh sometimes.
Do your parents know that you're spending this much on this crap?
They kind of have some kind of idea. I mean, my dad would, I really hope he doesn't watch this because he's going to freak out.
I hope he does. I think we should call him because you're literally, the trauma is the trauma. That's true. But this kind of spending, we don't necessarily, man, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's unacceptable.
It is unacceptable. It really is. Money you don't have. You're relying on them. Mm-hmm. So it's absolutely insane. How much do you think you spent last month in total? Obviously, income was nothing because congratulations, you don't have money. Actually, you did get your last payroll check, but now that's nothing. What do you think you spent?
Maybe like $1,000.
$7,549.
What?
$1,000? You went to Europe, and you're telling me you think you only spent $1,000 when we already saw a hotel that was basically that much? Are you kidding me? Oh, you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive. You are not going to survive.
Not. Yeah.
Oh, you need... Go through our budgeting program, go through all the quizzes, go through the whole educational thing, and same with the investing one as well, because I know there's investments at the end that we're going to talk about. Go through them. Take all the quizzes. Take your time to go through them. If you guys want them, they're bundled at a 15% discount, by the way. Check that out. But you need to go through that. You need to look at your expenses on a month-to-month basis, see what you're trying to get out of the budget every time, and adjust that for the next month.
No, I do.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of people were telling me to make like an Excel spreadsheet or something, but I just never got around to it.
Dude, it's not even that. You could just use an app, a free app or a paid for app. I don't even care. It does it all for you. 36 different restaurants.
Yeah, I live.
Huh? You what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like all my friends and stuff like are constantly like going out to eat. A lot of like people I know are constantly going to these like really bougie restaurants, and like I don't know, I don't want to feel like I'm missing out just because I don't have like some cushy like job like they do.
This is what okay. So many things to unpack there. One, you're not entitled to they are working and they can treat themselves with their money that they are earning. You are not entitled to living their lifestyle.
No,
you
I know,
have to put
but it's
work
hard when you're raised in a certain lifestyle. I was literally raised in this neighborhood where everybody was wealthy. Everybody had like daddy's money. Everybody went to like Pilates, to fancy like juice places. Everybody did this stuff. Everybody went on fancy Europe vacations. I had a friend for a private jet. I did not have a private jet growing up.
Oh my gosh, you have my sympathy. This is horrible.
But literally, like, it's just like you're used to something. And,
I grew up in a house with money. Woo!
No, but part of me wishes that I wasn't raised in a house with money.
No, you don't.
I would actually.
I grew up in a house with foreclosure notices. No, you don't. You don't know what that's like. You've lived rich. You're living rich. You don't know what it's like on the other side, and you would never want to be there.
That's hard. I'm sorry.
Well, that's fine.
I had a friend growing up who kind of struggled, her family struggled financially, and it was just like really hard. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, just because like this friend, I want to protect her privacy. But at one point, she was homeless, and one of our families had to take her in because her mom was like constantly like changing apartments, like changing where she lived to get lower rent. She didn't have any food in the house. It was insane.
The crazy thing is, and I don't want to go as extreme as homelessness, but you almost need a taste of that because you have no respect for the dollar.
Well, honestly,
you don't know what
I see homeless people on the street, and I do give them money because like I just feel so bad. Like I feel so bad for them, and I wish that I wish we lived in a world. Okay, let me just say, like,
you've never lived in the real world.
I haven't. I can admit that. But like, what if there was a world that we lived in and everybody had money and everybody was able to live comfortably? Like,
cool. Go to the dream show and talk about the dream world. That's not the world we live in. So yeah, that's a waste of time to talk about.
Yeah,
we're talking about the reality of what we live in.
Reality sucks. Capitalism is bad. I don't like it.
Yeah, really easy for someone to say that grew up in a really nice house in one of the best school districts in Texas.
I know, but it's
who has the rent paid for, that is able to go to Europe and on a whim with their sister, who's able to do girl math, who's able to be fun employed. Yeah, it's easy to say that the system's bad when you're doing that because you've never had to work for it. You never got to actually see what happens when you put in the work and get benefits and actually have a little bit of responsibility and actually build something or do anything. You've grew up in privilege beyond privilege beyond privilege beyond privilege. It's only the people who speak like you that grew up in a world where you've never had to do a single thing in your life. So I don't want to hear about that. What a joke.
I'm sorry. I just wish everybody had like But yeah, like you were saying, that
I
doesn't
wish
exist.
a lot of things. Wishing doesn't get people places. You try to create the best systems possible. This doesn't matter. Oh my.
If it's the best system possible, then why are there people
I'm not
who
saying
are, like,
this is
top
the.
percentages who are like
Shut the f up. I'm not saying this is the best system possible. I'm saying we don't do the I wish this is how it all is.
Yeah.
You try to create the best systems possible to give people the opportunities to live the best lives. I'm not saying everything's perfect. I'm not saying this is the best system possible. I don't know. Everything's a f***ing hypothesis. It's.
Yeah.
But for you to say that is disgusting.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm a real hypocrite for that. But the people who you should be going after are the people in the top something percent that like hoard all the world's wealth. Like, go after those people. Those people need to be taxed, and that money
Tax
needs
to
to
the
be,
max.
yeah.
What does that even look like to you? You probably don't even know what that looks like. What does that look like? How do you tax them to the max?
I'm not sure. I have somebody else. Who does my
Oh,
taxes.
interesting. This person's voting.
Yes, I am. And I already know who I'm voting for.
And you literally can't describe a tax. This is great.
Well, I mean, I do technically have a disability and was held behind.
Oh, shut the f up.
Yeah.
I have autism.
I know I have autism. I have friends who have autism, and at the same time, they're living off of Social Security.
Yes, but you live in a rich... And again, I'm not even saying people shouldn't be taxed more or taxed less. I'm not even saying that.
I know,
It's just, I'm just trying... Shut the f up for a second. I'm just trying to get... When someone just throws out like that, I just want to see them try to explain it. And you can't even explain what a tax would look like. What a joke. Not even saying you're wrong or right. It's just you can't even explain it.
I know. I don't know like anything about this subject.
Do you have any other debt except for that card?
Any other debt?
Except for that card.
Not really. I don't have any debt.
How much is your rent that they're paying for?
Well, they own it, so it's mostly just like HOA fees and stuff like that.
My producers are telling me you're lying.
Am I?
You owe for a class?
Oh yeah. I got this like social media package from like one of my like besties because she does like social media and like.
What? She gave you a package?
Yeah, it's like a course on social media because like
of hers? She teaches it.
Yeah, no, she teaches it, but she's also worked in corporate. She works in corporate social media.
Okay, like, wonderful. I'm thrilled. Okay, follow me. She didn't give it to you. You're paying for it, right?
Yeah, I'm paying for it.
So she didn't give it to you.
Yeah,
your friend
I
is
know.
making money from you.
I know, but like I want to support her and I want to support her business.
Oh, so it's that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you made it sound different. You made it sound like she's giving it to you so you could
No,
learn.
not at all.
How much do you have to pay her from money you don't make? How are you paying her?
Like $2,000.
No, what are you getting from $2,000? Oh my.
Well, I'm getting like 5 strategy sessions, and also she's helping me out with like learning how to like make captivating content, strategize, make reels, that kind of thing.
How many followers does she have?
She has like 5,000 something, I think.
Yeah, you should not be paying for this.
No, but she also works. She works in corporate.
She works in corporate.
Yeah, she does social media, like she does marketing for, or she used to do marketing for Kinder Scott.
So anyone that has a marketing job goes out there and sells a $2,000 course? You should sign up for it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna sign a course. Like, it's like not on that, but like,
hey, Clara,
it's a smart.
Clara,
smart
you
thing to do
graduated
these
with
days.
marketing, worked in marketing for a second. I think I have someone to buy a $2,000 marketing course. If you'd like to make a quick 2K.
Well, not
you worked in marketing for a second.
Obviously not. I wouldn't do a marketing course. I would do like something like some kind of like I would do like running for beginners or like something that I have like a.
Oh, this is learning. Oh, you're taking a course of how to make a course?
No, not a course on how to make a course, but I would like research something and make a course out of it. Because I have a friend.
Why are you the person?
I literally have a friend who doesn't know anything about a certain subject, and he makes bank selling a course. He's just a good salesperson. All it is sales.
When we made the budgeting and investing class, we have a whole team to work on them. We collaborated with experts in the fields. We spent months building them out and creating the best education possible. And every once in a while, we still get flack for the fact that we've created something like that and we charge money for it. Mm-hmm. But you know why more than anything? It's because of people like you who put the lowest effort, lowest knowledge into something, then you sell it for multi-thousands, and then people are scammed into buying it. Now, legitimately, guys, I believe that you, everyone in your life, everyone around us can actually take control of their financial future and make their lives better. And we've spent over a year here creating tools to help make those goals a reality. Right now, our budgeting program and investing program are bundled together at a 15% discount, and you get $100 in cash gifted to you right into your Moomoo account. There's honestly no time like the present to actually take control of your future. Don't wait. Don't let this opportunity pass you. Oh my.
Well, I mean, name drop or something, but like, it's just like the way it kind of is. Like, it's just like, it's where social media is going. Sadly, if you like it or not, like I do know people on social media who do that. I wouldn't say I wouldn't provide any value to people, but like I would sell something.
This guy she knows has a large following on Instagram, and she paid him and didn't know what he was talking about. $350. What's that?
It's, well, I actually like, I do like this person.
What?
But
no, what happened?
Like, he is pretty nice, but like, I just like, he didn't really give me as much value that I wanted.
You paid him $350 for what?
For advice on how to run my socials.
Advice?
Yeah, advice.
What, like you had like one-on-ones?
Like, yeah.
How many followers did he have?
He's literally like built a whole following, but at the same time, he's built his following from being controversial, and so like,
how many followers?
100,000 something
on Instagram.
On TikTok.
TikTok, that's nothing. A TikTok follower is nothing.
But how come I'm not able to get followers on TikTok? It's
because
so
you
hard.
don't make interesting or engaging content, and people don't resonate with you. TikTok is the easiest platform. Follows are nothing. They're not even close to a subscriber on YouTube unless you're a shorts creator, and then it's very easy to get subscribers. But that's nothing. On TikTok, that is nothing. As much as I mean, it sucks to say, but that is nothing. You can have literally, because what happens is like on YouTube, if you wanted to be a YouTube creator, even Instagram, you have to make a consistent amount of really well-performing videos over the course of so many months to get 100,000 subscribers or something like that, or TikTok post or Instagram post. On TikTok, people can get to 100, 500,000 subscribers by having one TikTok that blows up.
That's insane.
Yes, it's just the easiest. So I wouldn't, if just for future reference, if you're just viewing people with followers and like that's 100,000 on TikTok is kind of nothing, or at least see where it came from.
Okay.
What I would at least focus on, if first of all, just don't, because you fall for every scam. It sounds like,
I do.
But look at their consistency of viewership. That's what you want to base it off of.
Okay.
Whether or not they have success.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? Was going to do a plant medicine retreat and paid for it and couldn't go because it wouldn't work out with her medication. This was back in March and April, paid $500 and didn't go.
Yeah.
What is your life? Is this even a financial audit?
Yeah.
I think this is like...
I really did want to go to that though, but then like I obviously didn't do my research, and it does interact with one of my meds, so I was like, no. Well, I wanted to go there and see if I could do if I could get some kind of thing out of it, if I'm able to like process my trauma.
What does this guy on Saturday or on the weekend that you're meeting with even like know about you? Does he know that like this is you?
He told me I told him that I was going on, like, I didn't want to say details, but I told him I was going on like a podcast, and he was like, that's very ambitious. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm going on financial audit.
Did you tell him financial audit?
He was like, it's very ambitious. And I'm like, no, I'm not an ambitious person. I know I'm training for a marathon, and I know I'm going on this, but this isn't really like.
You cannot answer questions.
Yeah. What's going on?
And just if he knows you're like this.
I don't think he does. And hopefully he won't watch this video.
I know who he is. I'm going to send him this video.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Please don't do that.
I don't know who he is. I mean,
oh, my God.
I saw who he is, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you put 20% down?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
How? How'd you pay for that?
With my money that I made from my internship.
Okay. How are you going to pay the remainder?
That's what I'm like kind of struggling with right now. I've applied a few like retail based jobs, and also I might start working at night as like either like a bar back or a bottle server.
Yeah.
And
that could be a play.
I'm gonna use that money to like slowly but surely pay her back and pay some other people back. And then eventually I want to be able to pay. Well, it's mostly just to her, but like also I want to be able to get my parents stuff. Like I want to be able to pay them back for, but like
pay them back. How much?
There's nothing I could ever like. That's the frustrating thing. Is like I want to make them proud so much. I want nothing more. But like I just know like I'm never gonna be successful.
Well, why?
Everyone in my family has been successful, but me. I'm like cursed or something.
You're not cursed. Look at your behavior. You're not cursed. You're self-inflicted.
I need to go to like ABA or something.
What's
like,
that?
It's applied behavioral analysis for people with autism, and so they learn like different how to stop like their like problem behaviors.
So one thing that just concerns me, I'm not a mental health expert, so I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but you just kind of keep bringing it up. It's a reality. I have a panic disorder, but every time I don't do something or every time I have behavior that is objectively holding me back, I don't say it's because of my anxiety disorder, my diagnosed panic disorder. I don't say that. But every single time that you're called out for doing something bad, you're like, yeah, I need to go seek treatment for my autism. Yeah. It's just like,
yeah.
I think you're kind of crutching on it.
Yeah, no, I am.
Okay, then stop.
Yeah. But it's technically a disability, and I keep like watching these videos, and people are just like, "Oh, like it's okay to be like disabled. It's okay to just exist," and like that's not really helping motivate me.
Yeah, and okay, and probably on TikTok too, especially. Yeah. There's a lot of interesting things happening in our culture with that, and that is really interesting because it is important to have a voice to let people know that it is okay that you have this. It is okay that you have this. But when people start perpetually victimizing themselves because of this, you hold yourself back forever. Plus, there's like this ongoing trend on TikTok and in our culture right now of the trauma and victim Olympics of people telling other people that they have trauma and they have things wrong with them. And they're like, oh, maybe I do. Then they start holding themselves back and everyone thinks they're just always down and they're bad and they're never going to get ahead and all this stuff. It's just like perpetual victimhood and it's just not helping anyone. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to recognize your mental disorder. It doesn't mean that you should be looked down upon. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't realize that maybe you need these extra help in certain areas.
Yeah.
That's true. But if you just get in this ecosystem where it's just constantly like where it's so affirming that it's holding you back, that doesn't benefit you.
Yeah, no,
that content might come from a place of a good heart, but it is not helping people right now.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely like, that's what my TikTok constantly feeds me is that kind of content. And yeah, and then I also, I have been having some like medical issues at the same time. I can't disclose what they are, but like at the same time,
Why'd you come on here if you can't talk about things?
It's confidential, but I did have some health problems this past summer that like really, really set me back in my internship. And I don't want to talk about it because it's going to make me cry. And I actually did. I actually did like love my internship. I loved my coworkers. No, I love the tech industry. I felt bad calling it boring and everything. I was kind of
at the beginning.
Well, the reason why I was like kind of like why I sometimes like diss that, like finance and things like that, is because like, well, I'm not into it, but some other people are passionate about it. But I'm ADHD. Back to the beginning, why I have like a chip on my shoulder about it and why I diss people about it is because I've gone out with some pretty entitled guys. They all say they work in tech. They make me split the bill. And I'm like, why are you bragging about having money if you make me split the bill with you?
No offense, I would have made you split the bill.
Because I just tell that I'm from Westlake, and so they're like, oh yeah, she's got it. She's got it.
It's because I wouldn't have enjoyed the date.
That's harsh.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't have. So I would have been like, all right, so we're splitting it. And then I would have got the out of there. I'm sorry.
I'm a cool person in real life.
I know. And that's cool.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of things for people that are in like partnership mode.
Yeah.
Like you can be a cool person, but if you're like literally living off of mommy and daddy's tits in a high rise, it's like, it's just like, that's red flag extreme.
Yeah, no. I mean, at least I'm not living at home with my parents. Like, I do know some people who are. Well, no, that would. That just backfired.
And also, what's wrong with splitting the bill anyway? Like, in general, like, what the
Well, it's one thing to split the bill, but also, I posted about this the other day. It's another thing to brag about how you have money and how you have this cushy job. Like, you're so rich, and then you have to split the bill. Like, Are you kidding me? Like, stop bragging about how much money you have.
They,
and then
they brag on the first date about how much money they have?
Yeah, I've been with a few guys
Well,
before who have. Yeah.
That's a red flag too. I'd leave them as well.
Be like, I just went on my private jet to Aspen or like something like that. Or like this guy once
we have
bragged
very
about how,
different
like,
hinge dates.
Yeah, oh yeah. Some of these dudes in Austin, like they're rich. But yeah, they certainly aren't providers though. They're very just like, this is my money. Sorry.
$5,939 in a checking account. Oh, nope, that's true. No. That's withdrawals. Balance 217.
Ugh. Sorry, I just don't like hearing about it. Like, I'm just like...
Which is why you spent $324 on PP?
What?
PP?
What's that?
2 Ps? What is it?
PayPal.
Oh,
PayPal. Okay.
Uber trip, Wild Bar, DoorDash, HBO Max, Uber One, Free Will, donations, a 25 recurring donation. Yeah, you literally make no money and you live off your parents, so I don't know what the is happening. You have Rocket Money Premium, so I don't know what you're talking about making an Excel sheet. You probably don't even know you have that. TikTok Shop, $87? So more than you'll ever make off of TikTok you've already spent there.
It was cute. I liked it.
Stop it. Dream, Trave, Amazon, ATX Girl Hangouts that cost money, Venmo, Prime Video, Jackalope, Twins Room. You go out every second of your life. What are you, living on 6th Street? Prime Video, Little Woodrow's.
Well, I want to be able to live my life still. That's the thing. But like, yeah. After this, I'm probably going to think differently.
I want a lot of things too. Why do you think you're entitled to that?
I'm not entitled to it.
But your actions and your words suggest so.
Yeah, no, I need to stop. Or find out some kind of way where I can be in nightlife or like I can like be on the other side of working or something, because I do like.
I'm done with this.
Or like if I can like make running into like I can be like a coach or something. I need to find something I like and learn how to monetize it.
I'm sorry, this conversation can't help you.
Wait, why?
Have you been here this last hour?
Yes, I have been here this last hour.
It is incredibly clear that your situation is not a budgeting issue. Usually this show's about changing some behavior and fixing budget. You're living off your parents. You have an entitlement. You have so much spoiled. The environment you grew up in has just trained you to be spoiled. Even just your language of sacrifice and still needing to go out and all this stuff is just like...
Yeah, no, I know. My actions are definitely not matching my words.
Dude. This show's not helping.
No, I'm a hot mess. I
swear you only decide to start making words the moment I end a pause and I try to start saying something. Maybe that's why. Uber Eats, Amazon, Uber Eats, Sweat Pals, Hot Cakes, Hot Dates. What's that?
Or no, it was just this like event in Austin. It was called like Hot Takes, Hot Dates, and it's this like singles event, but I don't know.
I should be going, guys. Let me go. Where was... Oh. Truth Finder? What's that?
Oh, it's just like... Well, I was like really concerned about somebody I'd met for a date. It's this thing where you could basically look up somebody's information and see if they have a criminal record or not. I couldn't find his criminal record. Thank God. But there have been times before where I have found a criminal record for people. And like, I just can't be too sure these days with like... People are sketchy. People are sketchy.
Ultraviolet Club, Coffee, Uber Eats, Prime Video, TikTok Shop again. Kill me now. Uber Eats, Hulu, Uber Eats, TikTok Shop, Secret Disco, Uber Eats, School.com, Prime Video, Austin Airport, Spotify. Why are there 2 Spotifys? Everything's like in doubles. Hulu, Hanks, Sound Healing, Google One Cafe, and Theo's Cafe. Get Your Guide Operations. Is that another class? Amazon Prime. Oh my.
Yeah, I think that was another like.
Cafe Nero and TFL Travel. Cafe Nero. Big Bus Tours. Humble Creation. Hagen Espresso. The Thirsty National Treat. Sea Life London. Prime Video. Uber Eats. Uber Trip. Cafe Nero. Kaleido. Juiceland. Matter Market. Summer Moon. Uber Eats. Canva. Chipotle. Trading on Coffee. Starbucks. Honey Ham. Victoria's Secret. Whip that one out tomorrow. Or this weekend. I can't even do jokes anymore.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. It really is a lot. But like the thing is, the real joke of it all is that it's like how much Uber is on there. Like I need to stop Uber eating. It's just like I can't help it. I love food, and I'm too lazy to make food, and I'm too lazy to go out to eat sometimes. And like,
you're gonna be such a good trad wife.
Oh.
I want to give you free money right now. I've partnered with different resources that will literally give you hundreds of dollars the moment you sign up for them. Check out my investing app of choice, Moomoo, where they give you up to 15 free stocks and 8.1% interest on your uninvested cash when you sign up with my link. Do you want a more traditional savings account? Check out where I keep my emergency fund, SoFi, where they'll give you 4.5% on your money and up to $300. Would you rather have automated investing? Sign up for Acorns with my link and you'll get $20 right now instead of the usual $5 you'd get from your friend's referral. You can also sign up for our investing program and get $100 in cash deposited into your Moomoo account. This is the best way to learn what your investing profile looks like and what investing strategies to use based on that. All of this free money is linked in the resources section of the description below, so don't pass up the free money because I'll punch you.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I need to figure myself, I either need to get a job or just like, I can't want my cake and eat it too.
You're saying.
Or how do you say that?
You're saying.
I can't have my cake and eat it too.
You're saying these things that are objectively correct sometimes. I need a job. I need a
I do need a job. Somebody please hire me.
Please shut the f up. Let me finish.
Okay.
I need a job. I need to stop eating Uber Eats. I need to cook. I need to budget. I need to put my stuff down on an Excel sheet. Why the f aren't you doing any of it then? You can't just say the right and not do anything.
I
need to not be f***ing relying on my parents. And then begs for money from parents.
I know. If anything, I should be giving them money. But at the same time, like, I'm just like such a like lazy, like spoiled brat. So it's like, I am. Which I don't think the truth. I'm a lazy.
Yes,
I'm lazy.
Objectively. Yes, objectively. Yeah. Which is, I don't think there's anything I can do to help with that. You just need to get cut off from your parents, and you need to have like a fucking real world situation figured out immediately. No, part of me does think
they should cut me off.
Oh, they need to cut you off.
That's the only way I'll stop being. It's like it's like this toxic.
Call them. Call them. Call your mom right now.
Hey, Mom.
What's up, honey?
I'm just I'm filming the YouTube video right now.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you need my help?
No, I just wanted to tell you something.
Okay.
Yeah, and this, do you mind if you okay, I'll just spit it out. I feel like you and Dad give me too much leniency with my finances. And I feel like you guys give so much to me, but I never really give back to you.
Well, do you want us to set some boundaries? Like once you're 25, you got to be responsible for paying $1,000 in your rent.
Yeah.
What can we do?
Yeah, no. Let's start setting some boundaries if that's okay.
Okay. No, I think that's good.
Yeah, like cuz like I just like really from like being on the show, like I need to get my ish together. Yeah.
See, listen, we did start like here's something you can say that's positive. You pay your own electric and Wi-Fi. You have your own investment account.
That's true.
You check periodically. And make
yeah.
sure you have savings. Are you adding to your investment account at all?
I need to be adding to it.
With what money? Or AI stock, or have you bought any stock lately?
I haven't bought any new stock. I've been kind of keeping track of my stock that I have. But yeah.
YouTube, you should look at that.
Yeah. No, I'm actually like I'm about to go on right now.
Don't sound too much like you're blaming your parents' generosity for your failure to be proactive. So I'm gonna try to be more proactive.
Yeah, I know that's the goal. Is I am gonna try to take hold of my finances.
Okay. You need to be cut off.
Then you could say something like turning 25. You know, I realize I'm.
Yeah, or I want to be completely financially independent from you guys. So.
That's fine. That's a good goal. That would be great for us too.
But I need I need to start by like actually getting like a legit job, or maybe doing like that internship program, and then like actually getting like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should focus on. But you've been pretty good about staying employed. You know, you go back and apply for.
Yeah.
Did you go to the county job fair yesterday, or did you blow it off? That's okay if you didn't go, but stuff like that, you know, there may be some job you have no idea.
And that's true.
You'd enjoy.
Yeah, I should have gone to that yesterday. I just I slept late, and then I went for my run, and then like.
Well, so that's an example of something you didn't take advantage of. That you probably
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but I will eventually go back to and like do like, and then like search for jobs and more opportunities.
Yeah, or what about do you want to go to Europe? Or do you want
Honestly, like, yeah, Mom, I have to go, but yeah, I'm here now. Okay.
All right, love you. Bye.
Bye.
What's the London program?
It's this internship program.
Okay, she's an incredibly nice person.
She is. I love my mom. She does.
Incredibly pleasant person. Very nice. She is coddling the out of you. I don't even know if you could feel it. The fact that you didn't even like answer if you went to the job program, but she knew you didn't because you were suggesting.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, that's okay. We just need to make sure we're doing it. We just need to make sure we're doing this. We just need to make sure we're doing this. There's no consequences for you for not. You are being coddled. You're facing no reality, no consequences, no real world actions. Nothing is happening when you don't hit the goals. We've seen so many people on the show who are like, I will do this, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Yeah. All this future stuff. Your entire relationship with them is, we need to be doing this. We're going to do this. We need to start looking to do this.
Yeah.
It's nothing, because nothing happens when you don't do it.
Yeah. It's
just okay, and we move on to the next thing. And that's why listening to that, my heart kind of breaks right now for this, because again, there's nothing I can do here. This is not a budgeting thing. There's nothing to budget with. You don't make any money, so I can't even make a budget for you.
Yeah.
It's you're being coddled, and somehow.
Like, how do I break that? How do I break that whole like how do I make firm boundaries with my parents?
Boundaries? Listen, they want to help and they want to do all these things. You just need to, if you are actually serious about it, you need to say, Mom and Dad, you can't give me any more money. No more money. I can't. I talked to this guy. I see the consequences of my own actions. I need to learn the value of $1. You give me no more money. Now, what I'm willing to accept is, obviously you're already in rent that is likely very expensive. Maybe they help with that term, and the portion that you pay would be applicable to, like, if you were to go get yourself just a studio or something somewhere. So maybe you're paying that part. And then once that rent is up, you can not re-sign it. You have to go get your own that you're paying for. So I'm okay with that. But they're not paying for you to go out. They're not paying for London trips. They're not paying for apparently a future Chicago or LA trip that you're going to do. They're not paying for your different bills. They're only covering maybe a little bit of rent, just so that the amount you're paying for is like what you would pay for when you go get your own place.
Right.
And you are managing your own budget. The investing account, I don't know how you have money there. You didn't make enough to be able to put that there, unless all the money that you made put $4,911 in, and they just paid for your living expenses, so you didn't have any overhead. Like, it doesn't make any sense. She said you have savings. I don't see any savings unless you didn't send it to us.
Yeah,
but,
no, I did send savings to you guys.
Okay, well.
Yeah. I have a little bit of savings, and then I also... Wait, is it on there, or did they not?
2,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have some savings. I always make sure that it's like that my savings is good, because I don't want to not have any savings for an emergency.
I need you to have that tough conversation with them, and I want you to actually sit down with both of them. I want you, Mom and Dad, to go to dinner together.
Okay.
And I need you to lay out this conversation. Maybe even show them this video, as much as that hurts.
Oh gosh.
Maybe even highlights or just a portion of
it.
But essentially, Mom and Dad, play this part. Her finances are She's learning nothing. She doesn't know the value of $1. Her credit card balance is high and there's no payments to be seen on there. She says you're paying for it, but again, in the history, it's not showing. She doesn't know the value of work. She's not showing up to the job programs that she's supposed to be showing up for. And in the conversation you guys had with her, it is just, we will figure this out and that everything's okay all the time and there's no consequences. She needs to be cut off. The only thing I will allow you to pay for that makes sense to help her is likely her rent is too much for her to afford going and working. So make her pay for about like $1,000 rent, which is rent that she could go get on her own after that lease is done, and then you can cover the rest, but nothing else in her budget. She needs to start learning the value of $1. And if there's like a 3-month transition, I'm also okay with that as well. Well, she's job hunting, but she needs to get a fire under her butt. And if she is not, if she's just getting all this extra help, she's never going to get a job. She's never going to get a career. She's never going to do what's necessary. She's never going to have an adequate retirement account. I don't know how she has that. It's likely because you're covering all her living expense. So that's what I say to you guys. Please cut her off now. She needs to be. She knows she wants to be. She just can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then sometimes, like, I'll get into, like, arguments and stuff with them, though, too. And then they're just like, I'll be like, I'm running away, and they'll be like, with what money? And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I wouldn't last a day without
Why
their
would
help.
you run away anyway?
Or not run away, or just move somewhere else and like not tell them, or like I'm upset with you. I'm not for talking to you again.
What are you
And I'm
upset
just
at them about? Oh, you come from the most spoiled household ever. What are you upset at them about?
Mostly it is about like a lot of our arguments lately have been about like my lack of like a clear career path, and also just like my spending habits. And yeah, my mom.
Yeah, and they're
has
probably
had some,
right to be upset.
Yeah, they're very.
You're 24. You're doing
yeah.
nothing. All right, that's what you need to do. No budget's gonna help. I'm not making a budget. There's no income to make a budget off of. Your spending expenses, they don't make sense because you don't have to cover any of them right now. So that's what you need to do. That is step number one in your life. Make sure you guys come to the post show. We're gonna talk about a lot more things that we didn't have. No, it's just extra drama and stuff that doesn't make sense to have in the show. Actually, I'm going to review your Hinge. Let's review your Hinge since we talked about it. I'm going to make fun of it or compliment you on it, depending.
Yeah.
We'll do that. That'll be fun. Hammer Financial score. You. It was horrible. So, yeah, make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below, as they are what I use or would use in specific situations, or the budgeting and investing program, which is bundled at a 15% discount. See you guys in the post show. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show. You're the bad guy.
Yeah, I am. I'm a villain.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
There is like an actual culture of lonely people right now. And I'm lucky.
I'm lonely too.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You have options. Shut the fuck up. The dating world out there is fucked, and it's literally because people like you.
Sometimes people will like identify more with like the villain and stuff than the hero, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I can relate. Is that bad?
Yes. I'll be honest, I don't like you.
Oh, okay.
I really don't. I get it. Rejection's hard. And watch the Financial Audit Post Show. Click the join button below.